uh, whether the politician needs minimum education, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, as for according to me, it is not required because who are they? The politician is for they represent the people and they will serve the people for good cause. So it is like a social service. They're not expecting any. It's like salaried services. They're just paying for their daily expenses. So they're not getting for any the salaried like us. So for that reason, the education is not a matter because in remote in India it is spread. Most of the places are in a village or it is spread across the country. So you won't find the educated people. And one more thing, educated people won't go for inside like they will not inaugurate the toilet or something. They will not go deep down, but only the person who don't have any education or but he is keep serving the people for their villages or for surrounding places. For that person only can make a good politician or good leader. So good leader doesn't represent any education or the degrees or something. He needs to be connect with the people, the whatever it is. So for example, in some down the south, he needs to understand only one language to connect with the people. He no need to speak or speak with English or something. He can connect with the local language. That is enough because you should serve the purpose of local issues. So you should bring some government policies that should reach the common people. That is more than enough. So for other approving big projects, for that he gets support from bureaucrats. They will be separate bureaucrats are available. So for that they are the well capable of dealing with all these other law and order, law enforcement departments. So they will take care all the legal issues. So the politics for politician, I think it is not required.
Actually, Devi bhai, my view is very different from your view
I
because I
know.
think,
I
yes,
know.
I think education qualifications is very much required for
I
everyone.
know.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you know what happens. Just you have mentioned many things regarding that. Also, you have spoke about some salary. I think politicians are already getting salary and perks because, and also you know one thing. Suppose you have elected someone as a represent your country or your constituency. Maybe after some time, he or she can become a minister. Then he or she has to represent uh, a whole department. So I think educational qualification is a very must required for that person who are going to represent a bunch of people. Without getting education, how you can represent? Also, you have mentioned that there are many bureaucrats they can help, but this is not possible every time because sometimes you have to communicate your message individually and you have no idea then how you are going to communicate. And also you're talking about you know educated people are not going to help or not going to visit village. I think this is not correct because we can find many leaders and who are very renowned leaders. They try to visit their home and try to you know uh, solve the problem of common people. So I think there should be a minimum qualification for every politician. You know, uh, today I was reading in newspaper in UP, CM is going to you know impose a new law. If anyone want to participate in any type of election, he should have some minimum qualification. Then he can you know stand up for the election. So I think that is a really a good decision because there are many illiterate people or some people they are not understanding anything, just stand out in election and just also there is second rule: if you have a more than two child, so you cannot not also participate in that type of election. So I think you know you can find many example. As you know, today now till date, people used to say Lalu Prasad Yadav, Rabri, they are illiterate, but they become chief minister of their state. So sometimes people used to talk in some different manner. That is not okay. So in my view, I think there should be a minimum educational qualification for the politician, and if they have, they can participate in an election. Otherwise, this is not. good for India if we are talking about some future aspects. So Neha, what is your view regarding this topic? What do you
Exactly.
think?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm very much agreed with you that exactly if we want someone to run our state, so we want that should have some minimum qualification about something to because a literate person can speak to any kind of person, like whether it's a person who is knowledgeable, whether it's a person who do not know anything. So sometimes it becomes um, tough before tough for the person who do know anything about or do not have any qualification or knowledge. Obviously a person do not have any qualification and he or she has not went to school, there must be a lack of some general knowledge. If we talk about if a person has not studies the GK, the history, the science, so there must be something daily routine work in which some of the knowledge about science or GK is required to tackle of some kind of things. A person need to have some minimum qualification.
Okay, okay. I think this is okay because I have already mentioned an example. Suppose I am a leader and I have to speak something in a school and I have no idea how to speak and what content I have to mention in my lecture, then how I can address the people? Because you are a people who are going to represent your constituency, your city, maybe your state, because maybe in future you can become a chief minister of your state. Also you can become a prime minister of India, and if you are literate, definitely people are going to make joke on you because yeah,
Exactly.
illiterate.
I want
Yes.
to share a story or an incident with you that I will not mention the name of that politician, but once he was giving some lecture or giving a speech in front of a folk. So the funniest part is that he keep on speaking a single paper 5 times, and he was not aware that what he is speaking. So this is the funniest part, that the person, obviously someone has written that speech for for that politician, but he should be a little aware that he is speaking a single page for the 5 times.
Okay, I think what Devi Bhai mentioned, to serve the people, there is no need of education. That is okay. Yes, in villages we can find many people who are doing some very great work and they are also literate, but somehow they also feel at some time if they will be educated, so they can help in such a nice manner. Because sometimes we have to tackle with some senior officer, and if you are able to speak, or if that person is unable to understand what the people are saying, so that can create some time problem. So I think there should be a minimum qualification that can be set by government, whatever they want to say, that like 10th pass, 12th pass, yeah, graduation. Because when you are going to compare to other country, you can find every politician is a very well educated, so they can handle
Educated,
every
yes.
situation. But in India, we can find many examples where the politicians are not so educated and just they handling the people in a very wrong manner. And they do not know what they are going to speak, and we have sometimes they're doing misbehavior also. And also you have mentioned example, someone is reading a piece of paper 5 times, means what is meaning of that? Just he is making joke of himself because people are laughing. But so this is happening, and this happens sometimes. So I think there should be a minimum qualification. So uh, Amit bhai, what is your view? Actually we are talking about there should be a minimum educational qualification for politician. So what is your view?
Bala is raising hand.
Okay, Bala bhai.
Okay, okay. Let Bala
Yes,
talk.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, if anyone in uneducated politician, if there is met any case in court, if they cannot answer with proper way, because they don't have what they mentioned in law. If he want to do good proper way, someone petition filed against that political party persons, but he cannot appear that case because he know nothing about education and also what law says. So that time they very feel about them. I am uneducated. If I studied well, I can move these hurdles. So I mentioned this point only, sir. That's all, sir.
Okay, Amit bhai.
Yes. Actually, today I joined through that my mobile. I don't know what the issue with that internet now. So I could not join this meeting via that laptop. Okay, anyhow. So see, as far as the this politics is concerned, right? So let me talk on the education. The education is a weapon which can open the lot of doors also, right? So the education is must, because suppose if you are educated, right? So you can think, right? You think a lot. So education is must. And see, every politician should have the minimum education. It's not like you should have the PhD and you should do the lot of research. Okay, it's not necessary. As far as the Indian Constitution is concerned, we have the one person as a one vote, or one thing, that the one vote and one value, something, right? So we are not, and even it has been not written in anywhere that if you want to become the politician should have the certain education limit, or there should not be any education. It's not mandatory. Every politician should be educated. But see, because once they have been elected, okay, so they are going to raise our voice, the people, right? Our voice in a assembly. Okay, so if you have the good education, then you can the fight, right? You can argue in a assembly, and then you can raise the lot of hands. Now the currently India is facing, there are so many problems like poverty and unemployment, again the inflation, again the corruption. These are the things, right? So suppose if you want to remove such things, do you really require the education? Even economics, okay, let economy, I am not going to talk on the economy, but see, these are the four things where do really require the education. I don't think so. Okay, and even let me give an example. In a Maharashtra, there is a one Sant whose name is the Sant Gadge Baba. He never went any school, but the way he was, what I want to, the way he was handling the situation means, the person who never been to school, okay, in his entire life, but he opened so many schools. There is the university also, Santa Gadge Baba University, Amravati, which is in Maharashtra. So you just think about it also. See, so education is not going to label you, right? Even if you have a higher education, okay, but your act is not like that, then what is the use of your qualification? Like, okay, so what is the use of your qualification? All it means the education, is not going to rate you. It's okay, it's just the way of your means. See, I really accept it. If your education, see, so you can think a lot, but it doesn't mean that the someone is not educated, he cannot think, right? Already I given an example of the Sant Gadge Baba, he opened so many schools. He has done a lot of things, but he was illiterate. He doesn't know what I or that the alphabet is nothing. But even though he could so many things without the education, right? So it doesn't mean so that is the thing. So and already I told you there are the things which we are currently struggling, that the poverty, unemployment, then inflation, and economy. Right. So do you really require some there should be education? If in even though there are so many politicians, they are highly educated, but what they are doing, nothing. And take an example of our prime minister. Even I don't know his education. They are saying that they have done that MA or something. But suppose if now see the Narendra Modi ji, he is handling that entire country. So he doesn't have that much of a qualification, but even successfully he has been handling the in country. Okay, so I don't think so that education up to he should have some knowledge about this, but that we means I cannot means you should have some knowledge. That's it.
Okay, Amit Bhai,
Yeah.
actually, Narendra Modi is not illiterate. We are talking about a literate person. And also you can take example of there was a minister, she used to be our education minister. After some time, people start making fun. You are only high school qualified and you
Smriti
are
Irani.
representing, yes,
But
you are representing whole country as a education minister. So sometimes, no, people try to relate everything. And also you have mentioned
Yes.
about Narendra Modi. I think he is so much qualified to become a prime minister of any country because he has served a state near about 10 years as a chief minister. So he has a lot of knowledge and also,
No.
we're talking about,
But
yeah,
yes, yes.
but he don't have qualification, right? He has left his house and also his wife at the age of 17. He didn't go college. He dropped out all those things.
No.
So definitely,
No, but have you have you ever been listen that the Smriti Irani in his speech?
sometime. Even
No,
I have
so
listened.
see the way she talks.
Yeah.
Hope you can understand, right? So it doesn't mean that if you have higher education and you're not you can't talk, right?
Sure, exactly.
But Amit
Can I
Bhai,
speak now?
but Amit Bhai, they are literate, they are educated because if she has qualified, yeah, she has passed intermediate and graduation, means she is educated. She can learn many things. But when you are talking and going to compare with illiterate people, sometimes it's they can face many difficulties. Just I'm taking example. Suppose I'm illiterate and elected as a minister of my state, but there is a limitation. I cannot be a prime minister. Because I have no idea. I cannot be a foreign minister, and so there are many situations we have to handle. And by being educated, at least you can handle that situation. Because suppose I have to visit America and I have to face some meeting, and I have no idea about all the things, then how I can face it? Because this is matter of also prestige of your country, because you are going to represent your country in a larger platform. That's why I think, this is my view, there should be a minimum qualification for every politician. Otherwise, we are getting so much I think some wrong people, as you can say. So okay, Dhruv bhai, you can speak. I think this is enough.
There are so many educated people who are corrupted after becoming officers. So in this part, just I want to say, I think it is totally depend person to person who we are, like, who are there. And one thing that you may definitely, it's okay. I'm not going to tell that if someone has a master degree, PhD degree, then he can lead our country or he can lead world. No, definitely it's not true. I'm totally agree if he has a kind of education, but I don't believe in a piece of paper. Piece of paper, it's not going to define you. You are capable of something or not. Instead, if you are only going to prepare for UPSC just because they ask you about that, you must need a graduation. But if you just want to become a leader, you don't need. Also, take the example of Rahul Gandhi. He is the most educated person in his entire party. but we call him like we know the name of him. Okay, take the same example of other person, Narendra Modi. So I think it is totally depend on the person how he perceives his own life, how the attitude and the what he want to do, and but education is definitely important. And also Mr. Pradeep, he has given example like if if we are going to meet any president or PM of the other country, it's okay. Like PM has PM has power, everything. He can put also with him translator. But at least if you know one more language, okay, one more language. So now at least he has a privilege. He has a privilege that either he can use his mother tongue, or if it is required, he can use another language. Sometimes we feel motivated. So many people out there who feel I just know Hindi just because I think our prime minister definitely know English also, but so many ministers are out there, they don't know English, they know only Hindi. Sometimes we feel, oh, our minister and the chief minister, they are not well in English, so it's okay for me, I can also be like that. No, it is not true. The thing is, if you are educated, now you have privilege. Either you can use your educated mind, and no one is like the example I have given, the Rahul, it is totally depends person to person how he has done everything. I mean, how he has perceived his life, how he has worked in whole year, and now definitely we know. I think Modi and Smriti, they both are in a controversial thing that they have did something education or not, or that is actual or not. But in spite of that, we know the work of Modi. He served also Gujarat as a chief minister, and now he's leading our country, and he is the one of the influential, I mean most influential prime minister of our India till now. And just take an example of Winston Churchill. Okay, he has never gone any colleges, but he has won Nobel Prize in literature. How it is possible? I mean, how it is possible? So just differentiating between actual education and the piece of paper. If you are a graduate, I mean, it is a very easy nowadays. We all know in our India. So even if we will put a criteria, we will put a criteria that okay, someone need a graduation, the minister, they will easily find a way. Normal person are nowadays, even they are not going to any colleges, they can find from Bhoj. They don't know the single chapter. And I think Mr. Pradeep, he is a teacher, so he also know all those things. Like, you don't need to know any single chapter of your book. All you have to do, you have to fill your form. Only you have to give your time. And sometimes if you are going to give money, you also don't need to go in an exam center. Other person will write in a place of you. So piece of paper definitely not going to decide you, either you are educated or not, or either you are capable for that particular post or not. But definitely more education, it is the most important thing that we need. But I even don't understand our prime minister. He's the most influential person, and everything he has, we know he's leading our country, and he has also did so many things, but still we don't know why he's failed, why he's failed. And even I don't have any answer about this question. But the point was only one: does our minister should have any qualification? So it's okay if they have, it is all up to them. And if they don't have, we can't judge them. They are uneducated in real term. I think the education means is all about how can you use your mind, how can work you better, and time by time, if you have power, if you have everything, you can use all those things, resources, and you can make yourself even more educate with good people. So education is not gonna define only on the basis of piece of paper, but it is totally up to you, no matter what the age you have, or in which post you are, according to me.
Okay, so Neha, Shekhar, Suman bhai, Shekhar bhai, if you want to say something, then you can speak. Yes.
Yes. So today's topic is just that education is required for leadership or not. Am I correct?
We are talking about is educational necessary for to be a politician.
Okay, okay, sorry. Yes, is education qualification necessary for political leader?
Yes, yes.
So, so, so first of all, it's a political leader education. So first of all, talk about a leader. So what's the characteristics of a leader is required? Why the education is much more necessary for a uh, uh, leader? Look, what happens when a person is educated? When a person is educated, it gives them the privilege of understanding, because uh, only a person who can understand the situation, who can understand the circumstances, can become a leader, according to me. It doesn't matter whether whether you are educated or not. Look, as far as I think is that education is a criteria, and a should be criteria, and must not be a must be criteria. That is, if you are educated, then it's good. If you are not, then it cannot be a criteria uh, uh, to remove you from become a political leader. Like, we can take the example of one of the greatest empire that India witnessed is Akbar, and he is a totally illiterate person. We all know that he can't even read what he was not able even to read, but he is one of the most influential emperor of this uh, of our India. And we can also take the example of Chandrasekhar Azad. What he was also a great leader, but he was also not very much educated. So what is the thing is that the understanding of the person makes you great, or uh, uh, what I want to focus on the part of the understanding. If your education gives you to the level that you can understand something, then you should be educated. Sorry. And like we can take the example of other example, like in the case of uh, one of our second prime minister was not also very much educated, very much well qualified, but he was also a good political leader. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name. Sorry, Lal Bahadur Shastri.
Lal Bahadur Shastri.
Lal Bahadur Shastri.
Yeah, yes.
So education, as far as we talk about our Indian democracy, so look, you cannot just limit a person to not become a leader, a political leader, because he is not uh, well qualified or well educated. Because if you put this criteria for anyone, so then before putting this criteria to become a political leader, you have to first give the education to whole classes, whole masses. It doesn't matter how in which part of the India they belong, and what's their economic situation. Because if we like take example where we give where we where education is must to become a political leader, then what happen if the person has not money and not able to read, not able to go to the colleges or any professional for any professional education. So uh, uh, you are taking the right from the person to become a leader. So even if we want, so my point is that even if we want to put this criteria, to use this criteria to become a political leader, you first have to provide the education free to all, and to all the masses. It doesn't matter however tribal you are, or it doesn't matter in which part of India, in which jungle you are living. Then you can, if you can think, you can do, if we can apply it. Thank you.
Okay, so Devi Bhai and Amit Bhai, now this is your turn because we have already spoken so much. So Devi Bhai,
Yes, I'm stick on my point till now that education is not required. There is two things: knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is come from education or degree or something like that, but wisdom it is come from the knowledge or the experience. The wisdom is more than enough for the true leader. For example, see in olden days, around 10 years before, as one of my just friend just now is spoken, the education is too expensive, so no one can afford easily for remote villages people or backward classes for that, but they are the good leader. But for this the education barricade, they cannot be represent the people because they cannot contest in any election. So without that, they cannot serve the people. So for that reason, definitely education is not a mandatory thing. So in the history of India, you cannot even name that the educated people made the country good progress or development. You know, many scams are made by the uh, educated people only. See the Commonwealth Games, Suresh Kalmadi, he is the educated person. So 2G scam. So that is, we remember most of the scams. Who is done that? That's educated person only done it. So according to me, it is definitely the education is not a barrier. He should represent the people and he should speak on behalf of their people and he should bring the policies. And for that, supporting the bureaucrats, the IAS, IPS, or IFS, Indian Foreign Services, or Indian Finance Services. There are many bureaucrats are there for each minister. They have separate bureaucrats team. So they should bring the policies how it will helpful for all the people. So for that, that is for they people dedicated team is there. So you just represent the people. That's it. That is, I guess that's it. Pradeep.
okay, okay, Devi Bhai, I think, but no, I have already mentioned an example because in UP, UP government is going to impose two rules. One rules, okay, anybody want to, in participate in any type of election, firstly, he or she must have some knowledge and some educational qualification. Then he or she is eligible to participate. First rule they are going to impose in upcoming, Gram Panchayat Chunav, you can say. And second law is if anybody have more than 2 children, he or she cannot participate. Why
But
they
one more thing.
why
One
they are
more thing.
imposing educational qualification? I think there is some need. That's why they are going to impose this.
No,
Otherwise,
that should be. Yeah, actually, the need of power that the politician should be free from all corruptions or criminal charges. That should be required. They should not
yes,
contest election those who are criminal backgrounds. But the education background, yeah, I heard from you that UP government is implementing.
yes, yes.
Maybe we'll see
Also,
the
you can
success
listen.
of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe, but when you are talking about that person should be corruption free, because when you are talking about some great leader, I think everybody is have some cases that like actually we did not want to mention any name, but we know what is condition of our great leader and politician. You can, so we can't recall the name, but we know, we all know.
Yeah, they
So
have been charged. They have been
yes,
charged with corruption. So many leaders. Yeah,
and they are
So
doing
only the
exactly.
yes, Amit bhai.
yes. So only the thing is that honesty is very important. Suppose you see, right? But yeah, see now the education is the must, because see now we are living in the 21st century where the education is the must. But see, even you'll have to compare it, right? What Constitution of India is the say. But yeah, it's there should be some not up to high level like a PhD. I already told you, right? Because
Yeah,
we are the people of India, and you know the what the constitution of India is say, right?
yeah,
One man, one value, and one vote, right? So everyone has
right.
the their own rights, right? So
Hmm.
suppose if I am illiterate, it doesn't mean that I should not contest the election, right?
Yeah,
But they should be, but as per see, there should be a something, right? Because you know we should not stick on
mm-hmm.
that particular point, right? So suppose if now even there should be a education, it's right, education. There
Yeah,
should be some education because we should change, right? Even if there is, if if we require some amendment, right? So there should be some amendment, right? This now, if you want to become the political leader, so there should be a little some qualification. There should be some qualification, because it is an amendment. If until and unless you are not doing any amendment, then what will the use, right? Because you will be then you will have to go in the past. Then can't we live like what our forefather lived their life? We cannot. So every time it required the change in it required a change. So now, if it is not in the Constitution of India, so we make amendment and then proceed it.
I
I want to
just
make
want
a
to.
point that
I just want to make a one single. I just want to share one single data is that what we focusing is that we should have education, or we should be illiterate before become a political leader. That around 30% of class 8 students can't able to read what's written in their book, who don't able to do simple mathematical addition, subtraction, sums. So which education or which literature we are focusing on? Even if we want to put this as a qualification bar of even that after 10 you can fight for election, or after 12 you can fight for election, you must have infrastructure so that you can provide this education to all the people with quality, so that they can so that they really understand the meaning of education, and then we can put it as you use it as a bar, so to become a political leader. And I just want to add one point, that even after becoming an educated person, most of the people don't know why they are reading anything, why they become educated, another than that just to earn for living. They really don't use the education, so it's not a very big task to become an educated person in these days.
Okay.
Okay, Dhruv
The point, I think.
Dhruv, just listen. If you want to speak, to please join this meeting again, because we have no time. That's why I'm saying, please join again.
Yeah.
Okay, join it again.
How much time left?
Few seconds.
15 seconds, near about.
15. Yeah.
Okay.
So just quickly tell me, what is the minimum education required as per you? Minimum SSLC.
Don't worry. I think don't worry. In future, everyone will be educated. Now we have more than 95% people who are under 12 years. They are educated. Actual 70% and 80%, they are older people actually who are not educated. But in coming days, all the people, they have education. So don't worry about that. All the ministers will be educated, whether they are